And we are the Other People Show. We're trying this take two.
Take two.
Not sure if this is actually working, but we will soon find out. If not, we will. We're trying this.
Oh,
now there's audio, so it's working.
It is working.
So thank you everyone for bearing with us as we are trying some new stuff.
I think we took away the wah wah wah.
We did, didn't we? Yes.
Yeah.
So we did what we can, and that's okay. So let's get back to the cue cards. We are the Other People Show, and it's been a interesting week.
It has. It seems like there's a lot of funny things that have gone wrong, but a lot of things that have gone right. Got a lot accomplished, but there's been like little funny things happen.
Yeah, I think
to both of us that it's just like.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to a good thing happened. I'm going to be going on a date this coming week. So I was messaged somebody on one of the social media networks.
So you're going on the date?
Yeah, I'm going to go on the date next week. So I want to talk about it tomorrow on the show, the late date show, which will be on with Lana and Brooke tomorrow.
Brooke's joining us tomorrow.
Yeah, at midnight.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun, and like you said, a lot was accomplished. A lot of ideas written down. Cue cards, and you've written a lot of cue cards.
Oh, I have.
More legible than that.
Yes. Well, we're going to be playing a game with Brooke tomorrow, and so that's going to be a whole lot of fun.
So everyone should definitely tune in to that. Yeah. So your week was good?
My week has been good. Busy. I think on our first take, I was just talking about how I got to do some beekeeping and stuff like that. So that's always a whole lot of fun. That's my new hobby I've just gotten into this year. It's great. Grafting queens and things like that. It's pretty cool.
What is grafting queens? Just for the layman out there.
Very, very briefly, you go into another strong hive, and you kind of steal the eggs, the larvae, and they have little stuff around them. It's called like royal jelly. So you catch them at the right stage when they're really, really small, and you graft them out with a little tool, and you set them into like queen cells, which have a different name that I can't come up with the correct letters of it, like ZBGJ, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, and you wait for a while, and hopefully you've grafted, and hopefully we'll get 20 new queens. So
20.
That's up to 20 new colonies. So
pretty cool. So that how long have you been with this new hobby? Habit. Which
I know it's a habit. It is very addicting. Couple months.
Okay.
Just a couple of months. So about 2 months.
Okay.
It starts April, a little bit before April you start prepping, but April, once it gets warm enough, needs to be like in the 60s, 65.
So is this would you say I guess the peak season right now?
Yeah, it's the peak season, and it's getting ready to end the season of anything like messing and splitting and, robbing hives and stuff like that. So yeah, it's getting ready to get to where the bees that'll find their new homes will find their new homes. They won't be swarming too much here.
So I thought there was a bee. Sorry.
There's not a bee.
Sorry.
Don't you be killing honeybees around me.
Don't you be killing honeybees.
Yes.
Don't you be doing that.
You're fun.
You like that? So, Jake and I typically do a movie show.
Yeah.
And Jake couldn't make it. He's off on a adventure. He does all these adventures.
Good for him. I think he's further down south. Even nicer, warmer weather than where we're at.
So he's I don't want to give out where he is. He might not want anyone to know.
I know.
But he's down south. So you and I are going to talk a little bit about the movie that was for this week.
Yeah.
Now, if Jake wants to do a show or talk about it when he joins in, he's welcome to as well. But Jake, if you go down south, you're kind of left out of the movie show.
Well,
even though it's your show,
I still would like to talk about it. I don't know when you guys would get back.
So we were going to talk about the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I liked that movie as a kid, and I really enjoyed watching it again.
Now,
of course, I've seen it. I've seen it numerous times, but
Okay.
I really enjoyed watching it again. I laughed at it all again, all over.
Now, does it bring you the same kind of feeling, I guess, now watching it as an adult as opposed to a kid? Or do you think back and remember watching it as a kid and it ties into the nostalgia of enjoying the movie?
No, I think I enjoyed it just as
So
much
the
as
movie
I
just
did.
stands on its own.
It stands on its own. I feel like that was a good movie. There was a lot of inclusiveness to like, different characters from Disney and Acme and all of that.
Yes, the only time.
And you wouldn't know it, but all of Toontown, like all of those things are from either short films or movies or shows and stuff. Like they weren't just like made up just for that. They were incorporated from all
past
of
cartoons and such.
Even obscure ones. So it was pretty cool.
And I thought it was that's kind of what I thought when I saw it, and I still thought that again watching it recently. And really, the incorporation of the cartoons with the live action people,
which had been done before.
I think it had been done, but that was the most expensive movie to be made in the '80s. So I thought even watching it now in 2021, it looked pretty good.
I mean, it looked pretty good.
I mean, you could tell, it was a little dated, but wasn't bad.
It was cute. All of the characters are cute, or scary.
Yes.
Scary. That I think as I was watching it, I forgot how heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. The first time you're introduced somewhat, and you see more of like how bad and evil the character is to Judge Doom.
Yes.
He just picks up this little tiny, what seems to be like a little kid, like shoe.
It's a little, yeah.
And he puts it in the dip. I mean, it was almost like.
But it starts.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that is sad and cruel and mean. I felt so bad.
And it's a great introduction to. Is that Judge Doom? What's his name? Judge Doom.
Yeah.
Is that his introduction into the movie?
Like I said, I don't know if he was.
I can't recall.
Like very quick cameo before like that scene, but that's a talking scene where he shows up with the weasels.
And that's kind of when you learn how ruthless he is. That he will put this little tiny shoe into
man, it was so sad.
What do they call this stuff? I can't remember.
I don't remember being that sad about it when I was younger. I can't tell you that. Watching
you
it
don't?
No.
Oh.
Watching it as an adult, it was very, very sad.
Okay.
I don't know.
So did you think that did you have a favorite scene?
I wouldn't say that would be my favorite scene. I don't. You know what? My favorite scene actually is Porky Pig making an appearance and like that's all folks and doing all of that stuff. Like
okay.
I don't know why that just reminds me of watching, Bugs and all of that.
Yeah.
Of course, I liked Bugs' appearance with Mickey Mouse and
when they're jumping out of the
airplane.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And they have a spare.
Yeah.
Which ends up being a tire. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Now I don't really have any particular standout scene that I would say is my favorite. I will say actually, you know what would be my favorite? The cartoon at the very beginning of the movie, and then the transition from the cartoon in Baby Herman to how he is in real life, or real life within the movie.
That was funny.
Yeah,
it's completely different person, and he's like a grown adult.
Yeah, because Roger pretty much is the same.
Yeah.
But Baby Herman, you don't expect. He talks differently. He acts differently. Yes. Everything is a little different.
Smokes.
Yeah, smokes a cigar.
Seems like he cusses. And he's still in a diaper.
Exactly. So I think that would be my favorite scene of the movie.
I mean, it is a good scene too.
No,
I don't know. I just like the whole movie as a whole, and I don't know if we're supposed to like dive into it much deeper. Or are you and Jake still going to do this? We might still do this, but since we're just incorporating it within the other people's show, we'll just skim the surface if you want. I will say people should watch it since that episode obviously is going to be postponed until further posted about. But also, you can make a guest appearance if you want to dive in more. If we do,
decide the episode.
We shall see.
Now, if we don't, we have I'm going to announce at the end of the show what movie we're doing next month. What did you think about the score, the music of Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I don't know. I don't know. Other than, I don't know if I was paying attention too much. Other than it being like old school.
Like what, 40s or 50s?
Yeah, 40s.
Whatever era the movie takes place
like
in.
40s and 50s, sound. Especially
Jazz,
the jazz
horns.
Sound. Jessica Rabbit, obviously her sound in the
saxophone,
yeah, like all of that. That's so, but that was
I think it's incorporated nicely in there. I noticed when I watched there's a car chase scene near the end of the movie, and it's where they get into the cab, and some police are chasing them, and then the weasels are chasing them, and then the cab raises up and goes around. And the action scene music is very intense, but fun. Not intense and like on the edge of your seat, but fun, but fitting for the time period. So I can't recall the composer at the moment, but I looked him up when I watched it, and he had done a lot of things. So I thought it really added to the movie.
You know what I just remembered about this movie? I think initially this movie was rented. Either from Balls TV, which is
very local,
very
if
local,
you're watching in Australia.
Like Star Video, like whatever, like on the corner in your small hometown video store. Not like Blockbuster or anything. Kind of see, I don't know. Kind of.
Well, some people
Blockbuster.
That's
so,
what. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, CD could be
your video store of your small town, but I don't think they were really CD, but just now looking back.
Could be looked upon that way.
Could be
looking back.
And I thought my dad might have rented it for us because I would have seen it when I was much younger. Thinking it was just a cartoon and it not being like that was not really for. So I wonder how many parents back in the 80s did the same exact thing. Like, oh, let's get this cartoon. It's not really for children.
Not really. No, not at all.
What was the rating on it?
PG. It was PG.
PG.
Yeah, it was PG. Now,
I heard some language in there that was not.
There's
PG.
some language, some gunfights. Some would say Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, very, very sex appeal. Like.
But when they were when they were acting opposite Jessica Rabbit, they had no idea what she was going to look like. So no one knew.
But even the reactions as people,
yeah,
it's still. I mean, I don't know.
I never found Jessica Rabbit attractive. I gotta be honest. She's a cartoon.
I mean,
I guess for a cartoon,
I don't really either. But
I mean, I guess for a cartoon, she's drawn well.
Isn't that her line?
Well, she's just drawn that way, but yeah.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Exactly.
Yes, that was her line. That's a good line.
It is a good line. So, what would be your final thoughts on Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which does not have a question mark in the title, as it's considered bad luck in Hollywood to have question marks in their titles because most movies that do fail financially.
Look Who's Talking didn't have a question mark. Did it fail?
The first two didn't fail. The third one did. I'm not sure about that one though.
I think that's going to take a little bit more research to answer that. Like I don't know
if you buy that,
if I'm buying into what you're selling right now.
I just looked on the IMDb facts.
You did?
Earlier, yes,
oh.
But I don't know how true they are. So what are your final thoughts on?
My final thoughts are: if you are a millennial or older, and you have not seen this movie, like
what's the millennial age?
The shame, like I don't know. They're in their 20s.
Okay. The shame?
Yeah, shame for not having seen it. Like it's one of those classics, I think.
Well, I think it's also a movie I never hear anyone really mention ever. Do you ever hear anyone mention that?
Yeah, I was the one that mentioned it.
Well,
That's why you guys watched it.
Yes, you mentioned it. So,
but I'm weird though.
So bravo to you.
I'm weird though. So I don't know. I think my family might mention a lot.
I only really know you through the show.
Yeah.
So you seem okay on the show.
decent.
So yeah, I think everyone should check out Who Framed Roger Rabbit. If you haven't, do so and let us know what you think. Now, if we end up not doing a on the movies on this episode, we're going to be doing a movie called Nothing But Trouble for June, the first Thursday in June next week.
I don't think I've seen that one.
So please, people, go there, check it out. I'm not going to say anything about it or who's in it or anything, but it is a movie worth seeing. So on that note, we have a few other things we want to get to because we are hungry.
Yeah, starving.
And this-
in our first test run, and our audio didn't work. We were talking about it's got to be quick. We need to eat. It's here. It is bedtime, and
Yeah.
But
Well, bedtime, as you can see, I'm in nighttime attire, so we are both.
Yeah.
We were going to do a
your
pajama show.
attire. Yeah, your attire looks familiar.
Yeah, the jammies and robe.
Yeah,
Nice robe.
very familiar.
So there was a gift that we're going to give away. I neglected to bring it in.
I don't think they should see what it is.
No, I don't think
it should be a surprise.
I think so too.
I think if they were smart, they'd guess it.
You want to give any hints about what it could be?
You would just have to go back and do your research, and you would know what it is.
Have we posted that on the show before? The gift?
Well,
mentioned
way
it.
to tell them how to find what out the gift is.
Go back and
Was
watch
it-
one of the shows.
Was it on a show or was it an advertisement? I don't know.
I can't remember. It's been mentioned, I think. So they may have to go back and do a little digging to get it sent their way. Now you had mentioned your beekeeping. Is that the title, a beekeeper, or is there another title?
A
for what?
beekeeper.
Okay.
Beekeeping. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I hope to
You aspire to be.
aspire to be. So this time next year, I think I'll be more than just, absolutely beginner. I think I've done, and because I've read up on it a lot, and my family's kept bees. It's just, if they're watching, nobody would teach me. So I have a friend that is
Stepped up.
and teaching me. Yeah, it's been real nice. He's a great teacher.
And are you still reading on the book? You'd mentioned that a few shows back.
No, I've read through what I need. Well,
The parts that apply to what you're
yeah,
doing at the
the
moment.
parts to apply what I'm doing. There was a whole lot of section on actually selling honey, and I don't really know that I'm going to be selling honey.
She'll be selling honey.
I'm not going to be selling
She's
honey.
not
I'll be
selling.
giving honey away.
Oh, she'll be selling.
My honey's free.
Selling.
You're right. I'll probably be selling it.
So, is there anything that you want to promote on here tonight?
No, just other than our late date show.
Okay.
Because I'm super excited. I think we might be in a different location. Just because of holiday weekend, there might be a few extra bodies floating around where we're normally at.
Yeah.
It might be difficult, so we might be at a different location.
So that'll be tomorrow night at midnight.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun show. So please tell everyone. And I neglected to say that if you want to win the giveaway, you're going to have to be the third person to share the video. So the third person gets the gift,
The mystery gift.
the mystery gift. So it's been
an
a
inexpensive yet classy
yes,
gift.
and a gift that will probably keep on giving
Yeah, I feel
if taken care of correctly.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it could just grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grow and be a part of the family.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone for tuning in. We are on a brand new platform. As you can see, the other people is in the corner of the show. So that's
Oh.
new. And we had some sound problems, but now we're all fixed.
I know, but I'm glad we jumped in and decided just to do it, just to even try out the new platform, and hopefully they can catch us. Because it streams live on what? YouTube?
Yeah, right now
and,
we're
a lot of
on
platforms. We
YouTube
just
and
added-
Facebook
Well,
Live.
we just added that because we didn't really know how to use it correctly.
Yep. And we're still learning. So tune in tomorrow night at midnight for the late date. And Jake, sorry.
Have fun without us.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Adam.
Bye.